So if you are a new Silhouette Cameo4 owner and you don't know how to really work all of your features, including your roll feeder, then this video is going to be perfect for you. Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Alex, the corporate finesser, and in today's video I'm going to show you how you can use your roll feeder that comes with your Silhouette Cameo4. Now real quick, if you are new to vinyl cutters, the Silhouette Cameo4 was the first version that came with the roll feeder. If you have the older models, or you know someone who has the older models, then they'll tell you that you have to buy the roll feeder separately. So you already are winning because you have the roll feeder included, and it's going to be easier for you to produce your design. So without further ado, let's just hop into this video so you guys can learn how to use your new roll feeder. Okay friends, so let's go ahead and get started. So this little opening right here is what you're going to pull to pull out your roll feeder. And just like that, I will say be kind of careful so that way you don't actually pull out the plastic parts. They're a little sensitive, so just wanted to keep that in mind. The next step is going to be pretty much unfolding this flap here that I'm pulling. So this is going to help me install the vinyl into the cut part. And so I pretty much unfolded this flap. Then I have two more flaps to unfold. So I have this one on the left hand side and I have this one on the right hand side. Also you guys, so real quick, if you guys can see, these flaps have prongs. Here is the one on this side, and this is where you're going to actually put the vinyl, I guess, holes so they can set in place. Okay, so now that you've pretty much pulled out your tray, unfolded your flaps, now it's time to pretty much install your vinyl. So here's my vinyl roll. One thing I do when I install my roll is kind of like tighten it as I install it, so that way it's not too loose and bulky, even though it's going to be loose anyway, but that's alright. But real quick, if you are new to the heat transfer world, I just wanted to share that you always install your vinyl on the shiny side down and the matte side up. So here's the shiny side. This is going to go down as I install it into the roll feeder, and then my matte side is facing upward. So really important, you will not have a successful cut if you do it the opposite, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and install my vinyl on the prongs that I showed y'all. So they're in there. It may not look like it, but they are. And so I'm going to take pretty much my ends and feed it through the slit here. Get that. And there you have it. So you see how it's starting to look like it's just pretty much an assembly. It's going to just feed right through, all nice. Another thing I wanted to point out to you guys is that as you're feeding your vinyl through your Cameo, you have this lever to the side, and this lever controls this bar. So let's just say, for example, you want to make sure that your rolls are going to secure your vinyl as it cuts so it won't shift. All you have to do is lift up this lever. It's going to hold that in place for you, so that way it's not going to go anywhere. And then as it's down, this gives you the option, so the bar is released. And if I needed to adjust it just to pull it in closer, there's a little gray button here. I can squeeze that and I can drag it, okay? So that just gives you the option, more flexibility to secure your vinyl. But because this is loose and I know this won't cut well, it will shift, I want to make sure that I pretty much pull this lever back up, okay? So now everything is in there, nice and tight. All right friends, so once your vinyl is installed here, it should look just like it's looking right now. If you have any vinyl that's shifting or you notice something weird, don't be afraid to adjust it before you start cutting, because it can mess up your entire design, and I'm sure you guys won't want that. So always double check that it's in its correct placement before you start cutting. And so the last step after you install your vinyl is pretty much going ahead and driving it through the Cameo. So I'm going to go ahead and press my upwards arrow over here on my directions panel, whatever you want to call it, so that way it loads into the Cameo. And just to give you guys a closer look, now that I've loaded it into the Cameo, it's pretty much just the start of my cutting process. The Cameo is going to pick up that it's ready to cut because I've installed my vinyl, I've loaded it, and that way it pretty much has its starter point of where it's going to start cutting your design. So to close your roll feeder and slide it back into its track, you just pretty much let down all of the folds and slide it back in. And there you have it. Okay friends, so that's it for today's video on how you can use your Silhouette Cameo 4 or your Silhouette Cameo 4 Plus, which is like the newest model, and how you can use the roll feeder. So if this video was helpful, make sure you leave me a thumbs up, drop some comments down below. I love connecting with you guys. So stay tuned in part 2 of this video on how I'm going to show you how you can cut longer designs using your roll feeder to your Silhouette Cameo and pretty much mass produce your products, your t-shirt designs, or whatever you're creating to work smarter and not harder. As always, my friends, don't forget to drink your water, mind your business, and always choose yourself first, and I will catch you in my next video. Peace out.